Welcome to the Cosmere Reads for season 2, episode. I left it blank. 2. Oops. Sorry. I'll change that. I'll edit that. Actually, let me just do that real fast. Episode 2. Save changes. Boom. There we go. Episode 2.
Oh, the magic of technology.
The magic of technology. Yeah. I don't know what just happened there. Yeah. All right. How's everyone doing?
Good. Can't complain.
Oh, great. Yeah. Things are good. It's been raining a lot. It was nice today, but I wasn't stuck at work.
It's been raining a lot. It has been raining. I mean, I don't feel like it's been raining.
It rained last night. I mean, it's been raining in the evenings. And like when I get from work, I try to do stuff outside and that time of year.
Yeah, it's gonna rain like all weekend. Well, most of the weekend.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about here. I mean,
I was supposed to go to the Preakness party and they canceled it already due to weather.
And I held, the Kentucky Derby party at the house, and I was like, I should have held a Preakness party, and I completely zoned out.
Preakness is the party anyway. Kentucky Derby's just the hats. The party's the Preakness. The inner track. Yeah. Preakness. Well, you've been there, right?
I went there the last 2 years. Yeah. We had a good time.
We had a good time. It's quite aggressive from what I hear. It's a little,
especially if you go to the infield.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta come up there and hang, because I mean the last time I was up your way, we didn't get a chance to hang out. So maybe that's the next time we get together is we do Preakness next year, right?
Yes, I'm 100% down.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it this year, but we could do it next year.
Yeah, let's plan that out, man.
Oh, what's up with Alan's camera? It's overexposed. Oh, is it? Is it the lighting? Is that better?
I mean,
yeah, you are a little blue.
I guess.
Yeah. I just changed the light to blue. Now it's more red. Is that better?
Make it purple.
Let me just see if I can get to. I don't know. Camera's
okay now. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't notice it.
That's just how Alan looks.
It's just how I look. Yeah. I got the shiny forehead because I have too much. I was playing soccer with myself before I put him to bed. So
we call him Ghostface Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the colors are washed out except for the red. It looks normal for me.
Yeah, it doesn't look so bad for me either.
Let me look and see how it looks on the YouTubes on my side. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure this is muted. Mute. Troubleshooting technical. Talks amongst yourselves.
No, but literally the last 3 weekends in Maryland, it's rained. So I'm looking at the weather forecast now. There's a chance of rain Saturday. I just hope not tomorrow. Well, I hope not for Saturday for everyone who's going to the Preakness, but I'm going to Orioles game tomorrow night, so I really hope it doesn't rain tomorrow night.
Oh, cool, man. That's what's
up.
Facts.
Who are they playing? Who are the Orioles playing?
Seattle Mariners.
Oh shoot! That's my team.
Is it? Yeah, that's right. You're a Seattle fan.
Seattle man. I'm Seattle going through, man. Everything.
I just checked on the other computer and it looked fine. So I don't know. Maybe it's your settings. I don't know.
You don't wash out to me, so I think you're all right.
Okay.
I think it looks normal.
Yeah.
Thunderstorms here. It might be thunderstorms. It might be a computer. I don't know.
Thunderstorms. That's what's up.
I did get sunburned this weekend, so maybe it's just I'm more red because I was sunburned. I went to Busch Gardens all day long on Sunday. Busch Gardens is our local theme park.
Yep.
They have one in Florida too, in case you guys have never been to one.
Tampa. Yes.
In Tampa. Yeah. But the one here is like
Wait. Your kids are so tiny. What do they do?
Well, they have all the tiny stuff now. They had the Sesame Street.
The dragon.
They had the dragons, and they had the Sesame Street, like Elmo's World place where it has all the Elmo stuff,
except without the water stuff. But man,
Grover's roller coaster and Elmo's Spire and that.
Wait, this is in Tampa?
No, this is here.
Williamsburg has Sesame Street now.
Yeah,
they got Sesame Street area. Mm-hmm. Oh, the great thing about that Land of the Dragons thing, though, is
I love that.
You can pretty much walk to the front of Land of the Dragons. Yeah, let your kids just run.
Yeah, and it's all the grown-ups just sitting there drinking beer by the gate because it's like one way and one way.
Get out, have to run by the gate, so they can't get out. So it's like, well, they're in there somewhere.
Hopefully, they're still alive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Guilty.
It's the best. I had them days. I remember those days.
Yeah, and my son's actually tall enough now. I mean, he's 6. He's tall enough now to ride a lot of the rides. He's just scared to.
I keep forgetting.
Like he's tall enough now to ride Loch Ness Monster.
Oh wow, which is like your entry roller coaster, right?
Yeah, but he's terrified to ride roller coasters. We did the log flim together, and we did ski Pompeii.
bad. I mean, he's got that long drop.
It did, and he didn't do it this time. He did it last time, and this time he was talking about because we were with a bunch of his friends, and he was all bragging about how he did it last time, and then we got all the way up there, and he's like, "Nope," and runs away, and freaks out.
Oh, wow.
His friends went on without him.
He had that swagger
exactly
until he had to. He had that swagger until he had to actually get butts in seats, and he was like, "Nope,
I'm gone." It was right off. I was like, whatever. He'll be ready when he's ready. I was hoping for some peer pressure from his friends, but it is what it is. He did ride the little kiddie roller coaster. So, but yeah.
Oh, that was the one that was created for the Olympics years ago.
No, that one's torn down.
Oh, that's gone.
That's gone.
The one that was
Wild Mouse. Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah. I can't remember
what that was created for the Olympics. Yeah,
I can't remember what the name of the character was called, but yeah,
they have a bunch of new roller coasters like that he can't ride yet, like big ones. But I haven't rode them yet because I've not been there without kids, so I can't just dish my kids. Be like, I'm gonna go ride the big kid roller coaster.
By the way, sorry if you didn't know, this is the next episode of the Cosmere Rides.
Yeah, I was gonna say
talk about roller coasters.
To our people in the chat, any thoughts on roller coasters? Feel free to chime in or tell us to shut the hell up.
I know. Give us your coaster.
They have a Land of the Dragons. It's definitely fantasy related. All right?
I actually have a roller coaster tattoo. No.
And then we would be like, we need the receipts on that one, man. Come on.
You were Dragonfire. Do you remember that roller coaster?
Yeah.
It'll give you it gave so many people, injured so many people. They ended up tearing it down after 2 years of it being open because it was such a rough roller.
And then, of course, infamously, Apollo's chariot, the one that broke Fabio's face.
Yeah, Fabio rode it.
Well, not that the roller coaster broke his face, a bird broke his face.
Yeah, Goose ran it. He was going on the first hill and a goose flew into his face and broke his nose.
What are the odds of that, though? It's almost like that when Randy Johnson threw that pitch and hit a bird, obliterated a bird on the pitch.
Yeah, of all the people who could hit, what did he do to deserve that karma?
He just existed.
Had that luscious blonde hair.
He was on the cover of every romance novel. That's all he needed to do.
Yeah. But anyway, it was fun. We had a good time. A lot of walking around. A lot of just really just watching the kids have fun, which is always fun for a parent. But that's cool. It was fun. Cool. I guess if the Preakness, they won't cancel the Preakness, right? Even if it's raining.
Yeah, I think it has some rain.
Yeah,
I mean, because it'll race in the mud.
If it gets to the point though where it's possibly dangerous for the horses.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that they cancel it for that reason, but I don't know what the threshold is.
Yeah, I don't know if they will or not. I remember last year it started raining, but the race was over, so it almost made it more fun just because everybody was already all, drunk and happy. So
yeah. Okay.
Oh, Tara.
They race in the rain most years. All right, Tara. See, our expert, our resident Preakness expert.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I get to watch the horses. Anyway, you guys ready to talk about some Cosmere?
Oh, I was supposed to read it. Okay, the book, right? Yes,
the book.
I thought I was ready for the roller coaster action. Forgot about reading the book. No, we're good. Let's go.
Elantris could be the name of a roller coaster.
That's a great name for a roller coaster.
It could be,
dude. Will, nice on that.
Yeah, it could be.
There you go.
I mean, they have Verbolten.
Yeah.
So. Chapter 4. It's chapter 4. We're in Raoden's point of view again. And Raoden and Galadon are hanging out, watching for new arrivals, and a old woman gets thrown in. And she lingers in the courtyard for a little bit. And then, pretty much gets attacked immediately. By Karada's gang.
Wait. So please help me out on this one because I had questions right off top.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't the gangs or whatever? Why aren't they just sitting in the courtyard? Why did they have to wait for them to get down the street? Why do they wait until after
I think it's because territory, their rival gangs, they go through this. There's a bunch of gangs in Elantris. There's different organizations
Right,
run by
right.
different leaders.
Right.
And it explains in the not this one, but the next chapter, depending on which way they step, I guess they have an unwritten.
But they have this unwritten rule. They're like,
code.
wait. But the courtyard's off limits. Okay, that's
Yeah,
the safe zone.
It's the turf war, man. They have it's Bloods and the Crips. You know, they have like and that's sacred ground.
So
that's
weird.
neutral ground.
It's just so weird that they have this like safe zone, and then it's like it sounds almost like the Running Man, where it's like, okay, which way is he gonna go? Which boss is he gonna have to fight depending on which? And I'm like, this is a video game at this point. So I was just wondering, I was like, why don't they like actually have people sitting? Okay, see, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm hushing up.
No.
All right.
Yep. She exits the courtyard to the left and is robbed for her food. Yeah, and then we kind of get going. It kind of gives a brief overview of the different gangs. You have Karada's gang, you have Sheor's, and is it Aden's? Are the three main gangs, and you kind of get some characteristics of each one and how they operate.
Right.
And Galadin's kind of just giving Raiden the ropes about it. And Raiden's like, well, why don't they just, attack? And says, well, they got to size up people too, because, if they get hurt during the process, their pain never goes away either. So
yeah, see, that was a interesting concept. I mean, I didn't even think about that. It's like, get in a fight. You get in the wrong fight. I mean, you're hurting for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it says eventually the physical pain eventually causes Elantrans mostly to become catonic and just live in an unending suffering, since their wounds don't heal. So eventually, if you get too many wounds, you just go catonic and just live in constant pain.
Yeah, I'm not really quite understanding the whole suicide thing or the concept, exactly how that goes down. So that...
I don't think they necessarily suicide. I think they just go catonic. Like I said, they don't move anymore because it hurts too much to do anything.
Oh.
Yeah, he said like suicide's not an option, right?
Yeah.
But they just like check out and go crazy and start mumbling stuff.
Start mumbling and just don't
and then
move.
They just like lay in a ditch and just become lifeless, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't have to eat. They explain that too.
Right.
But they have a urge for hunger. I mean, right. They're still hungry all the time, and an appetite that cannot be satiated ever.
Right.
I have a question back to the gate. Does the gate open like when they're standing there and somebody new comes in? Does the gate open? Or
so the gate opens. Right? It opens and the guards throw them in and shut the doors behind them. Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm like, why didn't anybody just go out the doors?
Well, apparently, I think we learned in this chapter.
Man, Will, they're gonna say Raffo, man. They're gonna say Raffo.
Yeah. We learned in chapter some of them got out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because this lady escaped 3 times.
Karada's escaped a bunch of times. Yeah.
Yeah, she escapes one more time.
This keeps the gangs from fighting each other because fighting hurts.
It's like
powerful. Yeah, so
they only fight if they know they can just completely overwhelm somebody. But if they're going to fight back, they're not going to fight them.
Okay, and for all the different gangs to all mob rush at once, then the chances of their own gangs getting injured are very, very high. So it doesn't end up with. So they've created this truce and system around who gets dibs based on which way the person decides to step.
Now, this whole thing really resonated with me because anybody who's actually been in a real fight knows hitting somebody's face with your fist.
Well, they use cudgels.
But I'm just saying in general, if you're fighting, hitting somebody with your hand is just as painful, almost as painful for you as it is for the person who's receiving the hit. Sure. So it's like, you kind of don't want to fight. Now, they are using cudgels, like you said.
Yeah.
But, cudgels one hand, right? I mean, unless you got 2 cudgels, I guess. You just go in there like windmill of cudgels, just see if that works out for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't want to fight if I was like going to get like the bruises and the damage to my hands. It's like, no way.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Like you stub a toe and you have a stubbed toe forever.
Oh, imagine like you have a hangnail and you pull the little piece of skin with that feeling forever.
Days forever.
Now,
the worst.
Now, thank you, because you brought up a question I've had this whole time. Does hair still grow?
No.
Okay, so nails don't keep growing. Other things on your body don't keep growing.
Yeah, your hair falls all out. It explained that. Yeah, your hair starts to fall out.
Okay, so nothing else grows. You're basically stuck in like a 60-year-old's body.
You're just dead.
Your
heart's not beating.
Just nothing happening. Got it.
Yep. Yeah, Galadon also speaks about the unending hunger, of course, at this point. And, most people are able to survive for a few months, live in the city, but eventually it gets overwhelmed. And Raiden then asks, he's like, well, how long have you been in the city? He's like,
man,
a while.
What a revelation, though. What a revelation on this, though. He comes out, he's like, I've been here like 3 months. I was like, what? You've been here like 30 years. This guy's like, 3 months. 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm an old head. I've been here 3 months. Yeah.
Right.
Which,
I'm like, okay.
3 months is like the equivalent of 20 years.
Yeah, most people don't last that long in Elantris. So
right.
Yeah.
So the concept of time is completely different.
Yeah. At this point, Raiden and Galadin decide to go walk around the city, and they cover a lot of distance throughout the city and kind of just survey all the land, the old market area, which is in Cher's domain. And they're walking slowly and carefully not to get hurt, because you'd also learn when they get thrown in, they're thrown in without shoes. So back to stubbing your toe. Mm-hmm. If you don't have any shoes, you have to be really careful where you step, because everything's slippery and slimy too. You have slime everywhere.
Right.
It's really easy to strip and fall, and without shoes on, stub a toe, and now you have a stub toe forever.
Yep.
And man, stub toes are not fun.
People joke on they used to back in the day joke on these NFL players that would get turf toe and couldn't play.
Yeah.
I was like, have you ever gotten turf toe? Turf toe is rough. It feels like your foot is broken, and then you're expected to run on it. No.
Yeah. Rug burn, yes, but not turf toe.
How do you get turf toe? Do you stub your toe on the turf, or
so it doesn't. Turf doesn't give the way that grass gives, right?
Is it like it's caught in it,
right? So basically, it's like this sturdy thing. So you can hit the ground a certain way. You got
like when you're kicking a ball.
It's kind of like that, but basically, you could be running and try to stop, and your cleat just kind of sticks in the turf. Mm-hmm. And your momentum is moving forward, and so it basically compounds your toe back into your foot. So it's like it's terribly. I mean, it's really painful. I've gotten it, and it's rough. I used to play soccer, and we played on turf one time, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice." No, it is not nice. And by the way, also you get micro abrasions all over yourself if you actually that you slide.
Yeah,
on or something. It's micro cuts all over you. It is the most uncomfortable stuff to play on, which is why there's this huge, push by the NFL now to get rid of turf entirely, just because it brings more injuries than you think. Right. So
keep it all natural.
That's right. Oh, natural.
Yeah. So as they walk around, they also pass a bunch of people that are kind of in that catatonic state, kind of as a reminder of the cost of carelessness that make you go insane a little faster. So yeah, even more reason to be careful of your step and everything like that. And Raiden starts to daydream a bit about his former life and speculates about the changes since the Riyadh and all that stuff that happened since the Sheo took over. As Alonda says, Sheo is COVID.
It's COVID.
It's COVID. But just lasts for 10 years in lockdown.
Yep.
At one point, Raiden asked Galadin where he lives, and he's like, wherever I sleep in the night.
He's being mighty squirrely.
Yeah. Eventually, they get to the university and palace areas, which are controlled by Karada and Aiden. And this is when Raiden spots a well that actually draws water from an underground river. And Raiden says, why do they need a well here? Couldn't the Elantrians, make water and all sorts of stuff like that? From what they had heard, the stories and stuff like that, they had magical powers and stuff like that. Why would you need a well?
Right.
And Calvin's like, I don't know, maybe for religious or spiritual reasons.
Yeah, religious rites or rituals or whatever.
Yeah. He says, but there's a well, but a lot, but there's plumbing throughout the city too. So why would you need a well? Pretty much. Then Rand spots a Sion wandering aimlessly through the city. And Galadon explains, like, yeah, you see them sometimes. If someone owned a Sion, they go crazy too because they lost their owner, and they just kind of wander around looking for their owner, but they can't find them. So they're just kind of these crazy Sions just wandering around aimlessly. He says, but they don't do anybody harm. It's just kind of, and he thinks back to his own Sion.
Man, that raised all kinds of theory time for me. But we'll talk more about that when we get to the later chapter, though. Yeah.
And then finally, Galadon decides, because it starts to rain, takes him to his hidden lair. So Galadon does have a place. And it's like a library, which makes Raiden super excited. But then again, got to be careful with those pages, man. The paper cuts.
Ooh.
You gotta
one between your thumb and your finger. Oh, what? That's the worst one.
And you gotta keep them from the. You gotta keep them from the book eating zombies too.
Yeah, because apparently they boil books and try to eat them.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, they live in the university square. Are they studious? No, they just like to eat the books."
After they tried boiling and eating each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Randall's really excited because he's like, yeah, these are books. Oh, they're all books on Aons. And we start to learn a little teeny bit about the magic system, maybe, kind of, sort of.
You knew it was coming. So
and Galadon's like, oh yeah, Aons, and starts to draw a symbol in the air, and light actually shows up, and then it kind of fizzles out, does nothing. And we kind of get this hint that there's something
in chapter, like cliffhanger.
Yeah. Like this. Insane.
Yep. Jaw drop. Insane.
What?
There it is. That's right.
So yeah, I accidentally dropped that last week. I said Aeons instead of Seons. I was like, oh, never mind, Aeons, Seons.
Did you? Oh,
now,
right over
my head.
Now I gotta go back and look.
I know it would have, but I was like, oh no, wrong.
I gotta go back and look.
Wrong on.
By the way, which happens to me multiple times when I'm listening to these chapters. I was like, Aeon, Seon. Wait, they're two different. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Seons are the sentient things that are.
Yes.
And then Aeons is the symbols. That they draw.
Later, when they start talking about religion, there's like so many similar names. And I'm like, I'll figure this out later. We're going to skip right over that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put a pin in that. You'll come back to it. There you go.
Yeah.
He's not. Sanderson's not as bad as Robert Jordan is when it comes to that. But
I wasn't saying it was bad. I was kind of curious if it was intentional.
Wait, Robert Jordan, the master of apostrophes?
That in naming characters like one letter off, and then they're completely different characters.
Elaine, Egwene. Okay, sure. Yeah. Oh, and they're in the same party. Okay.
No, what was it? Phalion and Phalion. Like there's like two. Like it's
Phalion and Phalion. I remember. I remember.
There's one's an Aes Sedai, the other one's a young dark friend. Like
wait. Okay. The Aes Sedai. Right. Okay. Thank you. All right.
It always pisses me off. Like. What?
Yes.
Why? Anyway, fun times. Gotta love it. So yeah, that's how we end this chapter with the big cliffhanger, learning about Aeons. So, we learned, we know this is the same universe as Mistborn. So since we've already covered Mistborn, let's talk about magic for a second, because now we've learned the magic does exist in this world. Because the first couple chapters, there's no evidence really besides Seons.
Well, we knew magic existed. I mean, even from the prologue, we knew magic existed. So,
but we didn't know what it was and that kind of stuff.
No, we didn't know that part, right?
So, yeah, I mean, from the very, very, I guess we can talk more about this in the 7th chapter because we go back to it. So let's hold off.
Let's wait until then. Yeah,
let's wait
when he's actually writing stuff and trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah. Aeons are written. Seons are giant limit. Written Seons are giant limit heads. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, giant limit heads. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. All right. Anything from this chapter from the chapter 5 with Serene? All right. So Serene is observing court. Hrathen makes an unexpected appearance. And Serene is really, really shocked by Hrathen. She's like, a full Bjorn here, the that's like there's only 20 in the whole Feudal Empire. Like, why does anyone here? Like,
right.
what's going on? But she's over listening, kind of not really eavesdropping, but she's also not supposed to be in court. We learned that later too. But like, it's kind of, but she's just, I don't think she's really hiding.
No.
So
she's tall. How is she going to hide? I mean,
yeah.
You're gonna see her. You're gonna see.
Then again, also, I don't think she knows the customs either. So I think I think it is legitimately just ignorance.
Sure.
But Hrathen confronts King Aon about religion. You know, basically saying, you know, you need to convert right now. And he's like, go waste your time with people that don't believe in the same religion. Like, I already believe in the same thing. And like, it's like, yeah, but you're not of my sect and my denomination of the religion. And he's like, yeah, but it's like Presbyterian, Baptist, or Methodist. Like, I mean, really? Like, go talk to the Hindus over there. Like, I mean, like, why are you talking to me? Like,
he's like, kick rocks, bye, bye, Felicia.
It's like, you're wasting your time. Like,
whatever.
You know, it's the different denominations of the same religion. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter.
I like the fact he's gruff with him the same way he is though with Our Lady, because I was like, man, is he just a mean dude to her? And I was like, oh no, he's just that way with just anybody new.
Yeah,
he's not trying to hear that.
Right. Yeah, and he wants them to convert to Shir Dirith, and Aod encounters says, I already believe in Shir Karath, which is, you know, it's worship the same god. Like, and Hrathen tries to dispute it. It's not the true religion. This has happened before in history. We've had great schisms in multiple religions. Shia, Sunni within the Islam faith. You have the Orthodox and the Catholics within the Christian faith in the early church that fought each other. Every religion has their own schisms and different denominations. Protestant,
Catholicism is like one of the biggest, of course.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, huge fights over that. There was entire wars fought over that.
Wars. Yeah, for hundreds of years.
Yeah. The Church of England, which was just a whole, you know, there's a whole
get away from the Pope.
Yeah.
We don't want the Pope leading us, so we're going to make our own thing. Yeah.
Which caused the rift between the Irish and the English because of the religion. Anyway, it goes on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
religion, yay.
Yeah, and Iodine eventually just dismisses Hrathen, saying like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't care about your warnings. You know, go somewhere else. And he's basically saying like, yeah, Fordell dominance is like, you guys had your heyday. Like, you guys ain't nothing anymore. Like,
he is not intimidated at all. He's like, keep that noise somewhere else.
Do you think this is blind ignorance and overconfidence, or do you think like, what's your thoughts on this?
I think it's been a little too peaceful for too long now. But the problem though is he has this new alliance now with the daughter-in-law, right? So he's also got like another kingdom that he's aligned with. So that probably creates a little bit of a, I don't know, hubris. I don't know. Maybe he is deluded, but maybe the church is deluded. You know, maybe they think they have more power than they really do.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think he's overconfident. I think it says his background is like a merchant.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of money.
Yeah, we learned a little bit that too. Like, I don't know how much it gets into that now, but like how money is power in this society, things like that. Yeah, but that's true in a lot of societies.
Never heard of it. Money,
but
power,
not at all. Intelligence or leadership.
I've never heard that before. All I listen to is rap, and I've never heard that ever.
So it's a thing. You just know more money, more problems, right? That's all.
That's a song.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Okay, got it.
So Hrathen departs, and Sereni and Ash discuss Iodon's ignorance, due to the current state of affairs and Foradin's growing power, and just that, just basically saying how Iodon's being ignorant here. Serena decides that Hrathen will be more worthy recipient of her scorn than anyone else, so she decides to I guess, scorn him. I don't know. No, he doesn't directly, but thinks like, but she also realizes the danger that a Gjorn poses. So she's like, maybe we can unite against him, but the Gjorn is powerful. So, and he's worried that he'll be successful to convert the citizens of Kai.
And she also has because she's from Teon. Teon. She has like a, historical kind of dislike for the Fjordians, right?
Yes.
If that's the right term.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's at this point where Iodon realizes Sereni's presence and it's like, you, what the hell are you doing here in court? Like, you're not allowed in. You weren't given permission. And she's like, oh, I didn't know I was allowed to do that. I didn't know I could do that.
She plays that role.
She pulls the Dave Chappelle white people card. If you've ever seen Killing Him Softly, stand up from Chappelle, Dave Chappelle stand up.
Good reference.
Yeah. It's like the cop pulls you over and the white guy's like, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
I didn't know.
Sorry.
The cop's like, all right, get out of here then.
I'm not supposed to do that? Oh, my bad.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Totally pulls that
Then
card.
she was like, what the fuck?
That's a great stand up, by the way. So pulls that, and does a mock emotional outburst. She acts pretty well.
She plays it perfectly.
Yep.
Look, even her sidekick is like, I didn't know you could. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Nice.
Little clap there for.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, and then she runs into someone she does not recognize, but recognizes her.
Hunky K, by the way.
K.
Yeah.
Which I was like, it sounded a little sus at first that she referred to as Hunky K. And then I realized, if you're a kid and you can't say uncle, you would say hunky.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she's got like starstruck eyes at him or something. I was like, that sounds a little creepy. And I was like, she couldn't say uncle and she said hunky.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute.
You get a pass. You get the trepidatious pass. I'm like, okay. Sure.
But he's a mysterious figure in some ways. I mean, he's very cryptic about his answers about certain things. She's like, you're here? She's like, yeah, I live here. And he's like, yeah, but I thought you were dead. Like, father said you left on some crazy adventure and like I lost at sea. And he's like,
believe everything you hear.
Don't believe everything you hear. He's like,
I'm not going to tell you what you should have heard.
Yeah, I'll tell you what actually happened.
Thanks. That cleared everything.
Like, why'd you come visit then? You're like just like 5 minutes away. You're down the street. Like, why'd you come visit ever? He's like, I'll let your dad tell you that.
He's like, look at those trees.
Look over there. Hey, I've got a wife.
Change topics. There you go.
Wife.
Yep.
Yeah, come on. Let's go meet my wife.
Right.
And he's like, what? You have a wife? Like, you were like the biggest playboy in the world as a kid. Like, I mean, what are you talking about? So he goes to Hunky K's castle-like home, and is greeted by his wife and their children. And he's like, wait, you have kids? Like,
and she's like, he was a playboy. He was a player.
Yeah. It's like,
back in the day.
You settled down? And he's like, eventually, she won my heart. And one of the kids is way too old. And he's just like, it's like, that's from a previous, relationship.
And she thought he had been dropping seed early. That was hilarious. He was like, no. That's her son.
That's her son.
Previously.
I adopted him. He's like mine now.
Luke early? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh man, I like how her mind went immediately to that.
Yeah.
She's like, you let one slip by the goalie. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do need to make a correction from last week. I did call the city Aeroline. The country's Aeroline. The city's Kai. That's next to Elantris. So I said last year I called the city Aeroline, but the whole country's Aeroline.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was waiting on you to fix that.
Yeah, and the city next to Elantris is Kai.
Will, thank you. I mean,
really disappointed.
Because I was about to remove the scholar hashtag from Alan's business card.
Yeah.
Still keep the gentleman, just not the scholar. You're a gentleman.
That's right. That's
not
right.
a scholar.
Tara, right? Shame.
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 I need to get that. I need to get that. That
The
button.
bell.
I need to get that button. Shame.
Shame.
I see. I got pulled over once. Told the officer I had a gun in the passenger door. He said, "I won't." I won't pull it if you don't. Yeah,
Wait,
Alaska.
what?
You had an AK in your car?
Oh no.
No, Alaska's cool. Alaska.
See, Alaska's own. Shoot, when you cross the border, they give you a check.
Yeah.
I mean,
They don't care about guns in Alaska. Like they're like, you better be packing. You got polar bears out here, man.
hell, a wildebeest will take you out. I don't know what's the moose will take you out. I don't know.
Yeah, there's polar bears, man. I know, like when you go sail up there, like they won't let you sail like up past the Arctic Circle, like unless you have a gun on board. Because if you get stuck in the ice, the polar bears will come.
That is the most cute, deadly animal.
Yeah,
So then
you see them with blood on their white fur,
Yeah.
then you're like, nope, not so much.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You go to Alaska, they make you carry a gun. You go to Australia, they confiscate every single bit of guns. So all Australians.
No, it's never going to happen. I've seen the size of the spiders.
No, they confiscate everything. Like we had,
I'm packing
when
something.
we got to Australia, we had to get rid of our spear gun because they didn't want us to have spear guns. They considered it a gun. We had a person who had like a wooden bow with like suction cup dart arrows. They confiscated that because it was a weapon. I was like, the customs did. I was like, really? It has suction cups on it. Like, it's a weapon.
And then you wonder why the animals get so big. Because nobody killing them. That's why.
Yeah, dude, the polar bears eat grizzlies now. I believe it.
Wait, what? Are we serious?
Polar bears are gigantic. Like they could take out a grizzly, no problem at all.
What?
Wait, by they he means polar bears or
means-
like Alaska?
Wait.
No, polar bears.
Polar bears take out grizzlies?
Oh yeah.
I need receipts on that for real. That one I need receipts on. I gotta see it. What? I've seen too many bear attack videos on Reddit lately too, and so I'm like already about like got the fear bear in me. I'm just like, nope, I don't want to be near a bear. They're not cuddly anymore. I got a teddy bear from when I was like an infant. I think about throwing that thing away. Even I'm just like, no bears.
Yeah. I mean, there are cases of them breeding together. Polar bears and grizzlies.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's not consensual.
I'm sure it's not either.
At that point, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, they're meeting due to the warming climate, and it's warming fast here. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all their hunting zones have like basically like disappeared up
Polar
north.
bears
Might as
eat
well just-
seals, right? Yeah, they eat seals, but so do the killer whales. So it's kind of a mix. Killer whales. I watched a bunch of videos of them doing that whole wave action on seals and trying to take them out.
Yeah, I remember that Planet Earth thing where he got polar bear got really desperate, was trying to take out a walrus, and it was like, nah, fam, that's not gonna happen.
The walrus won?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the tusks on a walrus?
Walrus are
Yeah,
big.
but still, it's like a freaking.
Oh,
It's a polar bear. Polar bears are big.
But this walrus had like the 4-foot long tusks, and it hit it like one time, and it was like gash, and the polar bear's like,
Dang.
I'm dead. So it was bleeding everywhere.
That's funny.
Not funny for the polar bear, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah. So they're at dinner over at Hunky K's. They discuss the Rio and the fall of the airline government and all the changes in Elantris. And we learned also that almost immediately all the servants revolted against the Elantrians.
Yeah, that's interesting. So
Yeah.
So some families are okay with servants, and some are like, nah, never again.
Yeah, never again. We won't have servants because the servants revolted.
Mm-mm.
And then we end the chapter with Sereni talking with Ash or Sion. And we also learned that Ash was passed down from her mother because they asked, how'd you get a Sion? She's like, oh, my mother gave it to me.
All right. So now I can say theory time. Theory time. All right. So our protagonist had a Scion. What happened to that Scion? And I was like, okay, so that Scion probably went mad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when he turned after the Scion,
Mm-hmm.
what happened to his Scion and what happened to the was it a servant or something that came in the room that discovered him?
Screamed, yeah.
Now, if you can bequeath your Scion to somebody, I think he bequeathed the Scion to that servant. And that's the reason why they're both gone out. And they're going to come back and they're going to be like, we held your memory and wanted to try to save you. And they're going to come together and they're going to help him. Boom. There it is. That's my theory time.
Okay.
I had an additional theory time.
Go, Will. What you got?
The lady who came through the gate, did we already say this? Was the lady that saw
Radon?
Dude Man when he first turned.
But he would have said something because he would have recognized her, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, after the hair takes you, your skin turns gray, your hair falls out.
True.
It's hard to recognize people.
True.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you
got a more
someone
interesting
would have
theory,
recognized him in Elantris as the most famous.
But see, somebody,
the heir.
Well, so right, so because we're about to get to that chapter.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm calling him the cobbler.
Okay.
Early, right? But he recognized him. He can't place it quite yet. He's like, I something there. So I'm curious. All right.
Yeah. Well, before we get there, we still have to go through chapter 6.
That's right.
It's not a long chapter.
I'm jumping ahead. I know.
Yeah, we still have to go through chapter 6. So anything for chapter 5 before we move to chapter 6? All right. So Wraithen and Dilaf, our good friend Dilaf. And I say good friend very, very loosely.
Yeah, he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's all that is. This guy.
And they're discussing Iodon's rejection of Janeth. And Wraithen is talking about, I guess, the violent revolution of the Duodel Republic, and wishes to avoid a similar outcome in Erelon. He's basically like, yeah, I remember what happened with Duodel and how we came in, just slaughtered everyone. Like, I think we can do this more diplomatically than that. And Dilaf's like, yeah, just let him kill everybody. Like, we'll just take over that way. Dilaf's like, yeah, kill everyone. Wraithen's like, I'm not all for killing. Like, I am a strong believer, but at the same time, I think there's better ways of going about this. And then Wraithen inquires, like, yeah, I did see someone too. Didn't quite fit in court. And Dilaf's like, oh, yeah, that's Serene. She's the Teod princess. And Wraithen notes it, and it's like, interesting. Okay. And that there's, so that could be a problem. Notices that, with an alliance between the two countries. And yeah, Serene poses a big problem for his plans. Because if they're allied together, it's going to make it that much harder, because now joined forces, it'll be harder to conquer a country with another country as an ally. Basically, World War I type things where you have everyone allied with everyone. It makes for a really bad situation when war breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, World War I.
Right.
Or World War II, for that matter. When you get a bunch of countries that ally with each other, it's who we are right now. Because if NATO blows up and it goes against a big enough, anyway, so we go with world politics and how alliances are good things, but also can be bad things.
Yep.
It kind of goes, it doesn't make it for easy targets. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And the pending Fordell invasion could pose a problem with Teod and Erelon being allied. Then they switch to talking about Elantris itself, because they go and visit the boundary wall, and this is where you get Dilaf basically saying, like, burn them all. I hate zombies.
He's like salivating at the thought of
just killing them
destruction.
all.
Yeah, he's like the Joker in The Dark Knight. It's like Michael Caine's like, sometimes some people just want to see the world burn.
Right. Well, I guess they go back to prophecy, or I guess doctrine, about how anyone, like, there's a whole other entity besides Jadith that's like basically the devil in their religion, and the souls of the dead, like so he equates Elantrians with this other god, and says basically we need to destroy them all because they are our ultimate.
They're all possessed, basically.
Yeah, they're our ultimate.
But he's not buying it though.
Wraithen, no, Wraithen's not buying it, but Dilaf is a zealot and is 100%.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I didn't get the impression that this story is really sold 100%. But
no,
but they're going to make it work. But they're going to make it work.
He's going to use it to try to unite the people against the Elantrians to help them convert them. Yeah,
right.
So, yeah, use that doctrine to try to unite the people. Because he talks about easy way to convert people is to get a common enemy.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, and it's been said in history numerous times. You really want to get a bunch of people galvanize them around hate. Yep. I mean, it will instantly just bring everyone together if you have a common enemy.
Several times throughout history. Over
it is so effective.
Whether it's the Persians and the Greeks, the Germans and fortunately the Jews. I mean, you can go and pick out a ton of examples in history.
Even in today, I mean, right now with politics, that's how it works. Yeah. Really, the people up top don't give two craps about hating the other side, but they know it will galvanize people and get you to get all the followers you want.
Sure,
you say they're all terrible. Hate them.
Hate them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Shame.
It is.
I need my shame button. I need my shame button.
I know. We need the shame bell.
Okay, I'll do it next week. I'll get it. I'll get the shame bell next week.
Make it happen.
Yeah. So, anyway, it's a short chapter. It's pretty much we learned Dilaf is a homicidal maniac that wants to kill everyone. That wants everything burned to the ground. And Wraithen's just like, no. And then Dilaf actually kind of bucks back a little bit against Wraithen's like, what you're saying is blasphemy and heretical. And he's like, no, listen, hear me out. It's not because the ends justify the means. And besides, who are you? You're supposed to be underneath me and listen to every order I say. I'm a Gjorn. You're nobody. Like,
yeah. This relationship's going to go well. I can't see any problems with it at all.
None.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool. All right.
Who's going to die first?
What did you say? Who dies first? Huh.
Yeah. Nice. You're taking odds.
taking bets.
This guy.
There you go. Chapter 7. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Back with Rudin. So he spends most of the day, quick lessons from Galladon about Andor. We learned the name of this whole system called Andor, of creating Aons. And they used to have all these magical effects. Like you start with a base Aeon, and then you add stuff to it, and it can do all sorts of different magical effects. And that was, a little interesting tidbit.
You find out the chapters, all the chapter headings are different Aeons, right?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, of course, I don't see that. So
yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, in the audiobook, you don't get to see all that cool stuff.
No, I do not.
And that is one of the few Brando Sino books I do not own a copy of. I just have the audiobook version. Okay. So it has the dot in the middle. Because it talks about how he draws the initial Aeon. Is you basically draw like a square and then the river. Like it's basically a map. And then a dot. Because he talks about it, right?
No, he explains. I mean, the explanation was perfect.
Yeah.
But, I mean, having the actual visual is pretty cool, though. I like that. Good deal.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That is great.
Tara's excited.
Not Aeons, but
a Seon.
A
Seon. There, that's cool. That's awesome. So
he's right.
Is Tara reading the same book as you? Are you trading off?
Nice.
Take a turn reading it.
Good call.
She got her own. So
she got her own? Okay.
Yeah.
I love the fact she's keeping up, though. Love it.
I don't know how she's staying at her pace, though. and not reading ahead.
I know, because
Will's like, you're not going to read ahead. I don't want to know.
Oh man,
The
there's
last
no
book
way.
she read ahead for a little bit, didn't she?
She got ahead at one point.
This is excruciating for me, by the way. I mean, we're season 2 of this podcast. This is excruciating to me reading at this pace. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, because I mean, if I have like a couple hours, like doing some like yard work or something, I'm like, I could get like ahead, but I'm like, I don't want to read too far ahead because y'all would know. It would be obvious. I'm like,
yeah.
You know,
oh yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, we find out that Sazed shows up in this book.
Sazed shows up in this book.
That's right. That's a surprise ending. The surprise ending is Sazed shows up at the end.
It takes place before.
No, but he's a Scion. So Sazed the Scion. I don't know if you heard about that.
Let me see. Cosmere. I'm trying to figure out how many years before.
It's got to be like crazy generations before.
Timeline of the Cosmere.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 300 years. That's my guess.
Let's see if I can find a good article about it. Let's see, order map.
I'm sure there's an official
timeline. Few spoiler.
You
know. I want to see it's bigger. So Elantris takes place. Oh, this doesn't say time. I was trying to find where like years.
While he's looking that up, I'll give you guys a random fact. We are closer to the time of the Tyrannosaurus Rex than the Tyrannosaurus Rex was to the Stegosaurus.
Yes.
I mean, it still blows my mind that that's how long dinosaurs existed on this freaking planet. We're that close to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I was like, geez.
You know what else is really crazy?
What's that?
So another crazy fact. So we're closer to the Roman Empire than the Roman Empire was to the building of the pyramids.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I mean, pyramids. Which says so much about the fact that they still exist. I mean, but they are just a big block of.
Yeah, I don't know if
Brando
ever said how many years.
Oh,
wait. No, that doesn't say.
I would have just thought that you would just type in like Cosmere timeline.
Oh, you can see like which order they come in, but it doesn't say how many years.
Oh, how many years between? Okay.
Well, yeah, like how many years before? It did happen before. Like I could. The timeline's there. I mean, like when it happened chronologically, but because the White Sand happened first, and then Elantris, and then Mistborn. So
okay,
yeah, I don't know. But
dude, we started watching the show The Pacific the other night, and like we turned it off after an episode because I got bored, like I always do. But I mean, being 34 years old now, just watching that in like 1941 or whatever it was, like 80 years is not long ago at all.
No.
It took me until I was 34.
Wait, what's the show? It's the Pacific. What is
Pacific.
it?
It's
is
about
it like pretty popular right now.
I think it's pretty old, but it's on Netflix right now, so maybe it's gotten popular again.
Oh, okay.
Is it like Band of Brothers?
Yeah, it's about like Pearl Harbor. Pacific. It's like
okay, got you. So it might have been so basically, and I consider that something that shows up on Netflix later. I consider it syndication, basically, right? Yeah. So it's just got a resurgence because it's on Netflix. Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, gain some lessons on the magical effects of Aons. Raedon and Galen discuss the connection between the Riod and the failure of Aon Dor. Basically, what happened? Why is it failing? Like, why isn't the magic working?
Yeah.
Another interesting piece is when he asks, like, do you have any lanterns? And he's like, no. Like, and he points to metal. There's a piece of metal on the wall.
Yeah.
When he said metal, I was like, ooh, metal.
Me too, dude.
And then it was like the etching. Did you see the etching on the metal? I was like, ooh, etching on the metal.
Yeah. That's really
but like they used to light up. They used to have magic lights. And then you realize like everything in the city was built around this magic system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like without that power, it's just gone to complete rubble and like disarray.
Yeah. Yeah, and Galadon reveals through his library that, they could probably use these books and maybe try to figure out what exactly happened and how to fix Elantris. And Raiden kind of thinks about maybe having an idea of or at least trying to figure it out.
Right.
That's a hefty goal.
The quest.
It's a quest.
Mm-hmm.
So on the third day in Elantris, they decide to go back to the courtyard, and Raiden asks Galadon, like, so do people get dropped in here every day? And he's like, depends. Sometimes we'll go weeks without seeing a single person, but sometimes it's like multiple people a day. Like, it just, it's different every day.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only been here 3 months, man.
Yeah.
Man, what a shocker that was. 3 months. 3 months. I was like, gee.
When I heard that, I was like, don't trust this guy anymore.
I know. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, shoot. You are sus all day long, my guy.
Yeah. So they go out to the courtyard to see if anybody's going to show up. And while they're there, they look up, and on the wall, they see Rathan up there looking down. And, it doesn't say it's Rathan, but it's the guy with the blood.
Yeah. You know who it is. He's gesticulating like crazy. He's just like all and yelling and stuff, but they can't hear him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
and the whole time I'm listening to that, by the way, all I could think of, because a lot of us work remote, all I could think of is like, hey, your mic is muted, because he couldn't hear him, but he could see him up on the wall gesticulating and yelling. That's all I could think of.
Your mic up.
Your mic is muted.
Your honor, I am not a cat. I've
Yes.
The early days of COVID.
Yes.
I'm not a cat. I don't know how to turn the filter off. I don't know what happened.
Is it Saruman in Lord of the Rings who's like up on top of his tower, like
the Eye of Sauron,
speaking to
all the orcs and stuff?
Yeah. That's who I thought about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evil man.
Yeah, he's trying to smite the city from up top. Just smite.
Oh yeah, he's like throwing the gesticulations and
So like, is he doing that so that the people in the other city will like see him doing that and be like, oh, he's cursing those people, should we be doing that too? Is that like, maybe. Is he doing it for like,
I think what he
image?
I think what he was saying is your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Smelt of elderberries. Yes. Good reference.
Now leave before I taunt you a second time.
Oh man, the nerd references. Yes.
I really need to watch that. It's been
it's been too long.
And the fact it's on Netflix now, just all the time. Oh yeah, for free.
It's on Netflix.
Well, not free. It's on Netflix though right now. Watch it anytime, all the time.
Oh,
I remember the day I showed it to my son.
I do have some Monty Python clips, but
Tara, have you ever seen Monty Python?
I'm sure.
Well, and the Holy Grail. Let's be clear.
And the Holy Grail, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Now it's completely different. Meaning of Life.
That's the only one.
Life of Brian.
Life of Brian's great.
Life of Brian. I love Life of Brian.
It's great.
But I'm gonna say the Flying Circus is hit or miss. It depends. I mean, some
the
skits are good.
The show is hit or miss.
Not
some are
so
great.
good.
The parrot skit's great.
Yeah.
But that's
what's crazy though is it still holds up. I remember when I showed it to my sons when they were like, in their tweens.
Yeah.
And I showed it to them. I was like, they're gonna hate this thing. They laughed their faces off. Oh my god! And I was like, it is supremely funny.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I love it. And the fact that we're like, we don't have an ending. Let's just have them get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Just
we're out of money.
We're out of money. Just arrest them.
Yeah.
All right.
So So finally, the gates do open, and a man does come in.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits there and doesn't move for a second. And and Galadin's like, right? I don't know what Ari doesn't know his name. Is like, what are you planning, Sully? Sully, what are you planning?
The accent, by the way, every time it's done in the audiobook, he sounds like he's from like the Latin Kings.
Colo,
Tovico.
Dude, when I hear Colo, I imagine like a Hawaiian person, like
Oh no, the way it's said in the audiobooks, it definitely sounds like he's
Latino.
like Latin Kings,
like South America.
Yeah,
no, Latin Kings, man. He sounds like he's got like a flannel shirt, is only
like Cholo.
He's Colo, hey, Colo, hey, it's like I'm like,
what are you calling me?
That's literally the way it sounds in the audiobook to me. Every time he says it, and I'm like, it takes me out just for like a second, like,
but yeah, so the new launcher arrives, finally takes his first step, and immediately they run up to him and is like, follow us now, or you're gonna be dead. And he's like, what? And he's like, see the shadows over there? They're about to jump you. And like almost on cue, like people move out.
Yeah, they start moving in the shadows.
And he's like, the guy doesn't have time to think, follows them, they run, they get chased. It's and they're jumping from building to building, just running around, and they finally get into like a place where they can hide.
Yeah, the house that they had seen before.
Yeah,
they had like the messed up bricks on the messed up stairs, right?
Yeah, messed up stairs. So they're able to get in there and basically get away, elude the gang. Even though they knew which house they went to, they couldn't figure out how to get in, so they all hanging outside, like waiting.
He pushes the bricks down the stairs to make the stairs collapse.
Yeah,
he's like, "Ow, my hands! Shit!"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, think about that though. Like simple stuff that you do could have like a permanent impression on you. Like that pain, this fleeting for us for like a moment, now lingers.
Yeah,
I mean, that's rough.
I guess Tara's calling it out. We haven't announced it here on the show.
We do.
We haven't announced it on the show.
Huh?
You never said anything on the show, and I didn't want to be the one to bring it up, but Tara just said it. So
what happened?
Oh, I thought we did.
No, we never did. Our whole purpose was to keep quiet about it.
We're having a baby.
What? No, you did not announce that, sir.
You knew that. What? No. Whoa, no way. I thought for sure both of you knew. I'm so sorry.
I thought we were friends, man. I thought we were
I'm really so. I feel like it.
And I thought, look, your first name and my middle name are the same thing. Come on, man. I thought we were cool like that.
I'm gonna give you the okay. I'll give you the pass, but I feel like I've told you.
I feel like
when's the due date?
July 21st.
Yeah, it's
Orlando. If I didn't tell you, I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. Look. We're gonna pretend I was drunk and you told me.
All right. Yeah, that's it. We'll go with that.
Let's just go with that because it doesn't make a difference. I'm excited for you guys. Congratulations, though. Seriously.
Yeah.
Excited for you guys, though.
Yeah, we're well along in the process. July 21st. Time is flying by, but everything's going really well. We're having
you guys.
We're having a baby girl, so we're super stoked on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're still deciding on a name. We've got like a short list of names, and we've got a few front runners, but it might be one of those things you just decide in the hospital. So
hey,
there was a hint drop somewhere at some point. I think Alonda might have been absent that day. It might have been one of the days when that.
Oh, that's right. There was that one episode that I was not. I've only missed one episode.
Yeah, it might have been that episode.
It could have been that episode because I did not go back and rewatch that episode because I had so much stuff going on. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. So my wife's coming to the baby shower, by the way.
Oh, good. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Are you gonna be in town too?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. My mom asked me to bartend. I was like, no.
I'll
drink the drinks.
Oh, hey, now we're talking.
Anyways, so at this point it starts. We find this guy's named Marish, and he's like, "So, what's your skills? What are you good at?" He's like, "I'm pretty good with the bow staff."
Nice.
Well, he needed to.
He's like, I'm an artisan. I have a wonderful joy. He's like, yeah, joy doesn't mean shit here.
He's like, I'm a jeweler. It's like, do you see gold here?
Do you think they care about bling in the city right now? Like,
they keep having these references to all the riches in the city, and like he's a jeweler. I think there's like loaded treasure.
There might be somewhere.
There probably is, but I mean, you can't eat it.
No one cares.
Yeah, what good is it?
Yeah,
you can't eat it.
Yeah, exactly. So, it says basically like, hey, you're gonna find a way to make yourself useful. It says you're an artisan, you can make things, right? It's like, yeah. It's like, can you make shoes? He's like, a cobbler. I don't want to make shoes. He's like, well, that's something we need. So if you can make some shoes, you're in. Otherwise, we might throw you to the gang because, we don't need you. We don't need jewelry. We need shoes. Like perfectly made shoes, because if you make them too tight, they're gonna give us blisters, and those blisters don't go away. Make them too loose, I'm gonna trip and fall. That's not good either. Like, you need to make perfect shoes, the perfect shoe. So challenge accepted. We got a collar.
Yeah, because them blisters will be like eternal blisters.
And blisters are not cool.
Hangnails and blisters, no way.
You get that eternal hammer toe.
Blisters, not cool.
Can't have it. Nah.
Yeah, no.
You want that turf toe for life.
And this is where Maurice looks at Rada and says, I think I know you from somewhere. He's like, hey, you don't know me.
You can't see me.
He's like, my name is Spirit.
Slim Shady. I swear I thought you was going to say that.
Which is the translation of the Aon Rao. Yeah.
Which comes back to Rao.
Raoden. Yeah.
I was like, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. And Maurice, I think, recognizes Raoden a little bit, but Raoden denies it. He's like, nope, never seen you before. You never seen me. No.
Right. He's like, it's the equivalent of the Clark Kent glasses. At some point in time, you're going to recognize him, right? I mean, come on.
Nope. And that's kind of in this chapter. We got cobbler. We're going to make some shoes. At least we're now improving our life, like slowly, baby steps.
So I assume he's going to make shoes out of books.
I mean, where's he getting this? Might be leather bound. Nice.
Where's he getting this leather from?
Leather bound books. You get the
exactly. So
he's going to use the baskets. He's going to use the baskets.
The ones that they come in with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Jesus sandals.
I'm still trying to figure out though. I mean, they put him in this shroud when they like push him through the door through the gate of Elantris, and I was like, why don't they give him shoes? I mean, that's rough. I mean, they're still standing.
Yeah.
I'm still standing. Yeah. But so I mean, why wouldn't they give him shoes to walk on? That part I can't get that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to give him shoes, why put him in clothes? Why don't you push him in naked?
Yeah. And speaking of leather-bound books, if anybody wants to buy me some Cosmere leather-bound books, I will love you guys forever. Because I can't afford those, but they are gorgeous.
Oh, when did they come out?
Oh, they're always out. Well, they come in waves, like when they're available. He doesn't sign them anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, they're beautiful books. I bought one. So he used to have signed ones. And for Chris from the Wheel Reads, for his wedding gift, I gave him a signed leather-bound Mistborn, the Final Empire, the first book.
Okay, that's cool.
Signed by Brandon Sanderson, but they're
cool.
They are. Hold on, here we go. Let me see if I can find Dragonsteel leather-bound books. Sure. So, yeah, there's the Elantris one, but yeah, they're the Mistborn ones.
Mm-hmm.
But they're really pretty. There's a bunch of them. You can buy the whole bundle for just under $1,000.
How many books is that though?
The leatherbound bundle. Let's see. They're all unsigned, but that would be Elantris Warbreaker, the 3 Mistborns, and 2 of the Mistborn Heir 2s in the Way of Kings. So.
Wait, it sounds like there's some books and series that aren't there.
Yeah, he hasn't done everything in leatherbound yet.
Oh, okay, got
Yeah.
you.
He's they just announced that they're adding Words of Radiance second Stormlight book to their bound. They have not made it yet. They did a Kickstarter for it.
Got you.
But yeah. Father's Day is coming. It's true. But at those prices, it's like $100 a book, which is $125 for a book. Yeah. So,
dude, I have spent more than that on comic books, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But I also buy my comic books as an investment, though, so it's a little different. I mean,
yeah.
Which is why most of them are in a safe, because.
Yeah, do the signed ones come with the Kickstarters periodically? I think so. Some of the signed ones do come with the Kickstarters, but yeah, you have to donate to the Kickstarter campaign. Which
man, I did not realize how popular his Kickstarters are. Man.
Dude, he holds the record.
He holds the record. I mean,
yeah, for the most successful Kickstarter ever.
This guy.
Well, he had the record, and then the most recent one broke his record.
Broke his own record.
Broke his own record for the most.
This guy, I love it.
For most, he raised like $11 million in 24 hours.
Yeah,
that's stupid,
unheard of. And it says a lot about him as a person, because not only is it what he does, but it's also just the way he operates and supports, other writers, just the community in general.
He took on Amazon. On Amazon.
Thank you. I mean, which is like the behemoth you don't take on.
Yeah, he took on Amazon and refused to have his books on Audible, like his new books that were not. So the ones he self-published. So the Secret Projects were self-published. They didn't go through a publisher.
Yep.
And he refused to put them on Audible. They're on Audible now because he actually got Audible to change their rules.
Yep, they backed down
for new authors, because his problem was that with new authors they screw him over.
Right. And that was the thing, though. He was already making money. He did it to help out the little guy.
Regardless, but he's like, I want everyone to get the same deal I get.
Good for him.
Dude, the Kickstarter for the Way of Kings, the goal was $250,000. They raised $6,700,000.
Dude, check those numbers, though. I mean, these numbers on his Kickstarters are insane.
Oh my
insane.
God.
And I've never seen anything like it. I mean,
because
I remember when you guys remember the Pebble Watch?
Yeah. Will's looking at the other one. The most recent one.
$2 million goal. Oh, let's just go to raise almost $24 million.
Yep.
Are you shitting
Pebble Watch
me?
is one of the biggest ones I remember. Because it was like the watch before, like the Apple Watch, came out and whatever, and that was like a huge one. And and Sanderson's like, hold my beer.
His promotional videos are hilarious too. Taylor Hatch, Matt Hatch's son, did a video for him. Matt Hatch for Dusty Wheel, where it was just hilarious. So like it was an announcement of one of his books. I think it might be The Secret Project. I'm not sure which one it was, but it was like, the Captain America trailer where like Captain America's punching the punching bag.
Yeah.
And then it busts
and
open
or
whatever.
And then he puts up another punching bag up there. Yeah.
So he did one where it's like him at a keyboard and he's like typing fiercely, like more fiercely, and the keyboard breaks. He throws down and plugs it into the keyboard and starts typing again.
Nice. There you go.
It's great. He does good stuff. I like his little videos he does. They're funny.
They're good.
But yeah, so that's pretty much how we end this chapter with Marishi and Radon taking the alias's spirit, and we got a cobbler, and we'll see where this goes. See if things get better.
Cobbler. Every time I hear cobbler, all I think about is peach cobbler. Cobbler.
Yeah, peach cobbler's good. So strawberry cobbler. Any cobblers?
I've ever had strawberry. I've had apple cobbler, peach cobbler.
Yeah, strawberry cobbler.
I had one that's rhubarb. Okay, rhubarb, which is close to strawberries, basically.
Yeah,
it's same kind of thing. So
yeah. There's the pile of broken keyboards at the end of the video. It's great.
So I got to immediately go look it up real quick before I go to bed. So.
Yeah. When he just announced his next secret, he just announced I think it was like a month or two ago. He announced another secret project.
I've had cherry cobbler. Yes, cherry cobbler's good too.
Cherry cobbler, yes. He announced another secret project that's coming out soon for Cosmere. And when he announced that, he's like, "So I went on vacation, And I get vacation, I get bored, so
Wrote another book.
It just paused and like starts playing some music and like zooms in on him, you know, like really slowly, and then he zooms out and like throws an entire like manuscript out on the desk. Is like, oh, another book.
Yeah, yeah. This guy, yes.
I secretly wrote another book.
I know. Which is why George R.R. Martin should be shamed to death. Every time I read anything, in fact, I told Google, please stop showing me recommendations about George R.R. Martin because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I talked to one of the beta readers for the new Stormlight book at Jordan Con. I got to have a long talk. So he's already read the one that's coming out in December. He's read the rough draft version, not the final version. So got to talk to him about that. He couldn't give away anything. He just...
Of course not.
But he told me how he felt about it, which was interesting enough. So cool stuff. Yeah, that's how we finish. Any other thoughts? You guys enjoyed this book? And it's not Mistborn. It doesn't have the same gravitas.
It's he's green.
He's in college. Green in this. He was in college when he read.
He's green. So, yeah, but I said that last time that last week. So
yeah,
it's nothing new. I mean, I'm not.
It's still an interesting story. It's just not.
Yeah, the writing is a little clunky. I feel like it's overly complex in some areas, and then other areas it's unnecessarily vague. And I'm like, you're trying to like kind of withhold information. I get that to keep like interest and everything, but I'm like, there's another way you could have did this, what have you. But I see all the elements that he came up with for like books we've already read, obviously, including Mistborn and then the last few books in Wheel of Time. And I'm like, okay, there's a bunch of stuff here that you can see is like the inklings of what he would eventually do and how he writes later. So
yeah,
but it's good. I mean, going back and look at it's like, I mean, as a comic book guy, I look at if you look at, everybody knows about Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee, look at some of their earlier stuff. It is rough. It does not look good compared to the later stuff, but it's like they're still honing the craft. So yep, I had no problem with it.
Yeah.
To your point about complexity, I'm wondering, like, from a high level, if it's going to get more complex or just stay the same because he's so green. But when you think about the main characters and countries that we're seeing right now, you have Fjorden, you have Erelon, right, Alan? And then
Teod. Yeah.
And then those are the three main forces right now.
Right.
You've got the religious, sect coming in, and then it's the other two that are kind of in the works of forming an alliance. And then you have the Elantris. So it's like four things. I'm like, okay, is it going to be that the whole story just kind of in getting more intertwined, or are there going to be more parties coming in, kind of like we saw in Mistborn, and it gets way crazier? Or is it just going to stay like this because it is like one of his earlier books? Is this his first book?
This is his first book.
It's his first book.
His first book. So
like still college. Basically.
Yeah. So this was the first book he wrote, and then he wrote Mistborn Final Empire next.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm enjoying it, I guess, for someone who hasn't read a lot of these types of books. Somewhat. There are parts that I'm like, this is going way deeper than I feel like it should. So I'm just I'm not gonna focus in too much on it and just get the main gist of these chapters for now, because we're only in the first 7 chapters.
I still would take this book over that second book in the Mistborn series.
Agreed. But that could change. We're still early.
It could change.
You're right. We are still early, but I'm gonna say
I hope it doesn't get like that.
Because that thing was slow.
Yeah.
That was a slow trog through the mud.
Yeah. So
no, I'm enjoying it. I'm really excited to see where the Seance take us, and the magic system now that that's introduced.
There's a lot more going on there that We're gonna find out later.
Yeah. It's like in the NFL now when they have to do a review and they go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if it lit up when they did that?
I just realized that on brandonsanderson.com, I don't recommend reading these, but I'm just now I didn't realize.
We're not allowed to read that stuff. So
yeah, but they actually Brandon Sanderson writes annotations for each chapter in Elantris, where like he talks about like different scenes he was going to write into the chapter and stuff like that he decided to cut out and stuff like that, and it's actually pretty interesting. I might start adding these in just as fun facts. Yeah. So like in this last chapter, he was going to write a scene where when the gates opened up, that some of the people that were mad were going to rush the gates and the guards threw spears at them, impaling them. But he decided to cut it out.
Okay. All right. That's a choice.
It's a choice. It's just interesting. Like I was like, I never realized there's like these little annotations where he like wrote about like what he was thinking about doing. Like,
good deal.
But then this showed like they didn't die from the wounds, but like it just Anyway, interesting. That's kind of cool.
I spaced out. You're gonna have to repeat that, or I'll just go back and read it. Sorry.
Not read the annotations. There's spears at Elantris. But anyway, So things that didn't happen in the book that were in some draft copies. I mean, he talks about this a lot. Like, there's actually an entire like subplot to one of the books. I think it's Stormlight, where you can go back and read like an complete alternate one. Because he like retconned a lot of like he would write an entire story out, and then once he gets it to his beta readers, he's like, no, that doesn't work, and then rewrites the entire thing. So there's a lot of non-canon stuff out there.
Well, he did that with his writing group, even with this book.
Yeah, with this book, but he's done it with a lot of his stories where he's done like complete changes to everything, cut characters completely out of the story, things like that. So,
Tom Bombadil, what?
I mean, I know there's some Tom Bombadil stands out there. Tom Bombadil would have been weird.
Tom Bombadil needs to die in a pyre. Period.
Hey,
there's the hot take right there.
He held the ring.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I've held artwork in my hands. Doesn't make a difference. I mean,
but the ring's different than artwork. Come on, man.
Yeah, well.
It's the one ring.
One's real and one is fantasy. So.
True. Both do nothing.
That's true. Yeah, their value is based on what somebody's willing to pay for it, right?
Exactly.
So,
all right. Yeah, that's true for everything. Everything's just willing what you're willing to pay for it. What's the whole thing? Everyone's a price. Everything has a price. Everyone has a price. The famous Winston Churchill quote about that.
Shoot.
It's I can't remember who the Duchess was, but it was at a party and
shoot. No,
this is very misogynistic, and I apologize for the story because it did not age well. Changes, and I apologize in advance. But it was the Duchess of someone somewhere, and he came to a dinner party, and Winston Churchill asked her if he gave her £1 million British pounds, would you sleep with me? And she said, yes. He's like, how about £1? And she says, well, it look like a whore. And he says, well, we've just established that. Now we're just negotiating. So, I heard that story in economics class, actually. Just about everyone has a price. Like, what's $1 million whore or $1 whore? You're still a whore.
Yep. Madam, we've already established that. Now we're haggling about the price. There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. There it is. That's the quote. There it is.
That's the quote. Yeah, now we're just haggling.
I don't know why a guy that was perpetually drunk would say something questionable. I mean, that sounds so odd. This guy was basically like, you know what would be great? A liver transplant. Can we get one of those? Because he knew.
Jeez. He was drunk a lot.
Oh my God, was he drunk all the time?
But yeah, it was an economics class. The professor talked about that as everyone has a price kind of thing. Like, at some point, you got to figure out what the price is. Like, everyone has a price though. At some point, you're like, yeah, I'll do everything for $1 billion. Okay, well, how much will you do for how much? Like what is your price?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh well.
Yep. Good old Winston Churchill.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, any final thoughts before we move to favorite character?
Oh, that's right. We do favorite character. I forgot.
You forget every week, dude. We've been doing this for like almost a year.
I know. And we've been doing this for like
every year yet. Did we start over a year ago? Like, what would we start?
And the fact that I still don't remember to choose somebody is so sad.
Let's see. We've been doing this for over a year. Our first episode was recorded on May 7th, 2023. It is May 16th.
Oh, okay.
Just over a year.
Okay, got it.
Just over a year into doing this thing.
Yeah, we should have celebrated our anniversary then.
We should have last week was our anniversary.
Yeah.
I forgot completely. Oh, well. Hey, guys.
All right. So.
Wah, wah, wah.
Uh-huh. I'll let Will go first if he's got somebody, but.
I'm going to go with Hunky K.
Hunky K.
Hunky K. He seems like a good old.
He's a good egg.
Father figure. He's trying his best.
He's trying his best.
Yeah,
and I like his name, Hunky K.
Hunky K.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. I'm gonna go Serini. Okay. I like the fact she plays the damsel though. She's like, "Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to be here."
Yeah. I wanted to look at the art.
I was just looking at the pretty paintings. I literally laughed at. Yeah. I've been doing my endurance bike exercise, listening to these chapters on Thursdays, and I messed up my bike workout because I laughed when she did the whole. Oh, I was just here looking at the paintings, and I was like, oh shoot. Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna put it out to her because Serini got me on that one.
Yeah, I would give it to Ash.
Okay,
because Ash is just Ash.
Ash is good. I mean,
he's good.
Yeah, I feel like Ash is gonna be the Sazed of this book. That's my guess.
He's gonna ascend to godhood.
Who knows? I don't know.
Or is he already a god?
Okay, you asking questions that I can't answer. Because what's a king to a god, right? I mean, come on,
Yeah, why be a king when you be a god? Isn't that what Eminem says?
No, I was thinking with Kanye, which is I shouldn't be quoting Kanye at this rate because
I tell myself that every day.
Yeah, but Kanye he's got lyrics.
He does.
Sorry,
he does. He spits bars.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a good question about the Seons. We talked about it a little bit last week. Any more thoughts about the Seons? What they are?
I feel like there's so much being withheld from us.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm like, this is it. It is like so glaringly obvious that so much is being withheld.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is like, oh, these are basically the Kendra, basically again, right?
And you guys haven't figured out how these books are interconnected at all yet.
Oh, I'm not even
trying. I know. I'm just not telling you.
Oh, okay. Nice, Will. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
No, but I'll tell you, the Seons, they have something to do with how the power or the magic left Elantris.
Okay.
Nice. So if they're around, then the magic can manifest, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Boom. I
There's
like
still
it.
a chance.
Will thoughts. I feel like Will's theories are better than my theories every time. I always believe in you, dude.
But Orlando, so like I think the difference is like you like put more thought into it. Alan just said something. You guys were just talking about where the Seons are going to come to play, and then it just hit me. It was like boom. So I don't know. That's how my theories just come out of thin air.
But your theories always make sense.
It does make sense, but like
I mean,
I didn't think about that till like literally.
Don't make a difference. I don't care when it happened. It's still your theory, and I like it.
It's a good one. I like it too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. And Hunky K is going to have something to do with that too.
Theory time on this. Oh, well, not theory time, but my prediction: Hunky K. He's gonna get killed.
Okay.
With some mayonnaise. Strange.
I don't know how he's gonna get killed, but I feel like he's gonna get killed, and it's gonna be horrific, and it's gonna be like upsetting to all of us, and we're gonna be like, not Hunky K.
Yeah. Who's gonna cook for us?
Boom, because he's too likable. He's too likable.
God.
That's a good question.
Zool with the deep questions. Oh
Is
God.
the fall of Elantris reversible?
Of course, it's reversible. It's gonna come back and perform. Now, what we're gonna find out, though, as we're already finding out, is that it's corrupt as hell.
Yeah,
right.
They gotta clean some.
This whole thing, which is the reason why. So basically, I think I might have mentioned something about this before. This is like Sidene, right? Where it's like they got corrupted. Yeah, so I feel like Elantris got tainted, got that taint on it. So I feel like, nice. taint. So it's got that taint on it. So now it's gonna get cleaned up. So you get a little bit that Dove, little hand soap on it, clean it up a little bit, then it'll come back into fruition, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, we're good. And then the Aons will bless it. Boop, and then it's gonna be like all hunky dory at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Sage's gonna come up and be like, "Gotcha, bitch," and he's gonna run. Sorry, I had to bring it up to Dave Chappelle again, just because you brought up earlier, which is a great reference, by the way. Thank you, Alex.
Gotcha, bitch. Nice Porsche.
Yeah, so we need a shame.
Yes, a shame gift, dude.
And maybe a Dave Chappelle gift too.
We need the Dave Chappelle, man. All the Dave Chappelle gifts. I mean,
yeah, I'll work on it. All the Dave Chappelle stuff. There's tons of it.
There's maybe so many though.
I mean, I have Key and Peele stuff, but I don't have any Dave Chappelle stuff. I need to get some Key.
Yeah, Key and Peele is always good too, though.
I got the awkward one. Awkward. Yeah, Key and Peele is always great. Anyways, anything else before we wrap up?
Nope.
All right. So how we get found is at thecosmereads.com. It is our website where you can find all sorts of links like to our podcast episodes. You can also find links to our merchandise. You can find links to Patreon, to Discord, to social media, all of that fun stuff. So make sure to go check it out. There is a giveaway going on right now for the Will Reads. There'll be a giveaway coming soon for us.
Cool.
I think soon. Let me see when the next one is. Oh, I'm due. All right. Soon, very soon, I'll be doing a giveaway for us. Probably this week at some point. I'll announce it. That'll be on Twitter or X or whatever we call it these days. So go follow us on there. I'll be doing a giveaway. Go check it out. So that's pretty much all I got for this week. So see y'all next time. Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
God stay fresh. God stay fresh.